Hi, my name is Nurul Safika binti Sulaiman and I will present about financial assistance for agribusiness in Malaysia. There is a word from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Investment in agriculture are the best weapon against hunger and poverty, and they have made life better for billions of people. The first one is why we need financial assistance for agribusiness. It is to attract young people between the age of 18 and onward to venture into the agriculture. And then there is to changing the perception of young people in the agricultural sector as a viable industry. It also to increase the income of young agropreneurs through increased productivity, quality, technology, and innovation as well as competitive markets. And last one is to make the agribusiness industry in lucrative future career path in accordance with the National Agreement Policy 2011 to 2020. Next, we move to the type of financial assistance available for agribusiness in Malaysia. What is loan? A loan is any amount of money given to a person, organization, or business by another party. This is done in exchange for the repayment of the principal amount along the previously agreed upon interest after a stipulated period. Essentially, a loan is a money you borrow from a person or a financial institution which you have to pay after a specific amount of time with additional charges called interest, although they may serve the same purpose of funding. A loan is entirely different from grant. Loan can be awarded by a range of entities, including people, organizational and financial institutions such as bank. Also, when you receive a loan, you can use the money you get for anything you see fit. And there will be no repercussion except, of course, if you defect on the repayment of the loan. The second one is grant. Grant is a financial award that the government gives to an individual, business or institution for the singular purpose of furthering the execution of a project that will be beneficial to the society in the long or short run. A grant is not the same thing as a cash donation. A cash donation can be used by the recipient for any purpose without any stipulation on how to use it. However, this is not the case for a grant. A grant is always awarded for a particular business or tech project. It is designated for a specific purpose, which the government stipulates in the term and condition of the grant. So, here are the differences between loan and grant. For repayment, loan need to pay back with interest, but for a grant, is a monetary that no need to pay back. The source of loan usually the bank or other related financial institution that give out the loan, but for grant, the source of grant is usually from the government. Application and eligibility for loan relatively easy and straightforward, but for grant, sometimes is a long process and complicated. The amount of loan usually flexible, and for grant is a fix from the government itself. A loan must have collateral, but for grant, there's no collateral needed. There are many loans that available for agribusiness in Malaysia, such as Agr515 Facility Scheme from CIMB Bank, Primary Agricultural Fund from Maybank, Tanaman Semula Kelapa Sawit I from Agrobank, Padi I Tawaruk from Agrobank, Term Financing I from Agrobank, Agro Cash Line I from Agrobank, Machinery and Equipment Financing for Agrobank, and Strategic Alliance Financing SAF I from Agrobank. But there's still many loan that been offered from others bank or other financial institution. There are a few requirements needed for you to apply a loan. The first one is the purpose of loan. While some lenders don't have usage restriction, most will want to know how you plan to spend it. For instance, some businesses experience resistance from bank when they apply for a loan to reduce existing debt. In comparison, bank usually approve of business using loan for the following reason: to improve cash flow, to purchase equipment, pay for expansion project, purchase inventory, and use as payroll. The second one is business experience. When reviewing your loan application, bank will consider how much experience you have. If you have owned your business for years and have managed your financial responsibly, this will be in your favor. In comparison, if you have recently opened your business or have struggled financially, this could be detrimental. Ultimately, bankers will be more likely to approve your application if they think you remain successful after receiving your loan. If the bank isn't confident that you can make your monthly payment, you probably won't get the loan approved. The third one is business plan. When applying for a bank loan, you might be asked to submit your business plan. It might seem tedious, but your business plan can help you to the bank to determine the right loan amount and term for you. Before you submit your business plan, make sure that it accurately reflects your business finance, goal, and other relevant information. You might even benefit from having a fellow entrepreneur review so that they can provide feedback. Next is credit history. When considering your business for a loan, bank will conduct a credit check. They do this to determine your personal and business credit score. Personal credit history especially matter for businesses that operate as proprietors or partnership. In both cases, the business owner assumes partial or full financial responsibility for the company. That is personal information. Even though you'll be borrowing money for your businesses, some personal information could affect your ability to qualify. As we mentioned in the previous section, your personal credit score will affect your eligibility. In addition, bank usually also request the following personal information in your application, such as addresses, criminal record, information on your education, tax return, financial statement, asset and personal loan balance. The other one is financial statement. In addition to personal financial information, you also need to submit your business financial. The amount of statement will vary depending on the bank you're applying. Most banks will require a balance sheet, profit and loss statement, cash flow statement, income statement, and other financial projection. In addition, they may want to see your business bank account balance. The last one is collateral. Even if your businesses or personal credit history fall below bank loan requirement, you could still receive financing by submitting collateral. Bank define collateral as business or personal property that you put up to guarantee the repayment of a loan. What is the advantages of loan? There are some advantages to taking out a loan instead of applying for a grant. The first one is greater opportunity. When comparing grant and loan offer more opportunities. There is a limited number of grant available. Loan, on the other hand, can be given by bank, private lenders, or individuals. This creates more opportunities to obtain the financing you need. And then the other one is more financing available for a loan. Grants are also limited in the amount of financing they can provide. In most cases, grant programs are sponsored by government department, and only a certain amount of funding is available each year. With a loan, you can obtain as much financing as your credit and ability to repay will allow. Next, we move to grant available for agribusiness in Malaysia. For grant, I only get one grant that have been offered in Malaysia, which is Grant Agropreneur Muda from MOA. The project offered in this grant have divided into 6 categories: crops, livestock, agro-based industry, fishery, agrotourism, and marketing and industry support services. For crops, they offer it for fertigation, mushroom, honeybees, vegetable, fruits, pineapple plant, and agricultural input. For livestock, they offer cow breeding, goat breeding, chicken and duck breeding, and livestock input. So, there are a few eligibility for a grant. First one is must be Malaysian. Second one, applicant must be between 18 to 40 years old. The applicant also can read, count, and write. Next, applicants who are just starting the project must attend technical training program organized by department, agency under MOA or accredited by MOA. Applicant with a certificate, diploma or degree from an educational institution accredited by the Ministry of Education Malaysia or training institute under the MOA on agricultural project may be considered exempt from technical training program. And the last one is priority to individual with existing land or premises and facilities. Okay, what is the advantages of grant? Grant offer a number of benefits that any person in needs of funding should consider. The first one is no repayment necessary. Grants are non-repayable. Once you awarded the grant money, it's yours without any string attached. There's no need to worry about monthly payment or piling on more debt. Repayment is the fundamental difference between a grant and a loan, and also what makes grant more valuable than loan. The second one is grant have lower risk or no risk. Grant are a no-risk way to obtain the financing you need. If a loan is not repaid, you put your credit rating and asset in jeopardy. Grants do not require repayment and will only benefit you and your business. So now we come to the conclusion. The financial assistance we need to support our business depends on our own needs. For example, if we need more funding at our own expense, we can try applying for a loan. But if we are a business startup who doesn't care about the amount of fund, we can try to apply for a grant because usually the amount of grant given by the government is fixed.